What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going? Stats for my last stream. My 2-second stream. The move. They told me the 15th. And if it's the house is ready before that, they'll tell me. So March 15th or earlier. Because they're repainting it and doing the floors and crap. It's going to be brand spanking new. I really hope it's earlier than the 15th because they're not even charging me for March. They say, like, since it's the 15th, we'll just start charging in April. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? Well, I hope it's available before that. I get my free freaking rent there for a month. So if I freaking divide by 12... 650 divided by 12. No, 12 divided by 650. No. I don't know how to do math. Trying to figure out, in a year, instead of 650, what would it even out as? Because I get a free month. So that's $650 extra in my pocket. So, a year lease at $650 a month, subtract $650. How much am I paying per month? Instead of that, instead of that extra month. You know what I'm saying, right? Dude, I don't know how to do math at all. I seriously don't. See, a lease is 12 months. $650 a month. Subtract 650 because I get a free month. So what would it actually be because of that free month? What would it actually be per month? See what I'm saying? That's not even close to what I'm asking, Rasputin. What the frick? I could just do 650 times 12, which is 7,800. Should I divide that by 12? Okay, that's 650. Okay, so we are on to something here. So 650 times 11 divided by 12. So technically I'm only paying $595 a month because of that free month. If I can get in way earlier on March, that'd be friggin' fantastic, you know? $595 a month rent because of a free month. For a year lease, at least. Probably plan on living there longer than a year, though, for sure, so not like it matters. I was looking on Amazon. They freaking... Because I don't have a dishwasher or a washer and dryer. There's like mini washers and dryers and dishwashers. I might end up getting one of these. Some of these. Look. Portable mini dishwasher. There was one for straight up $100. Maybe there wasn't. What? How much is like a regular dishwasher? And how would you even get a dishwasher shipped off Amazon? What the frick? Wait a minute, a regular one's the same price as a mini one. Oh, these are countertops, never mind. Wait a minute, these are regular sizes. A mini one costs the same price as a regular dishwasher? Screw that, man. I'll just get a regular size when I get the money for it. Crap. How about a washer? What is it, washing machine? Oh, look at this. Portable compact washing machine. $100. Wonder how much of my clothes would fit in that. I could just hang dry them. Wouldn't have to freaking get a dryer. $100. The reviews are fine too. $100 for a freaking mini dish or washing machine. This one's $200. This is pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of these. Look at $100. Like straight up, I'm gonna buy this. Like when I'm like, all right, ready to this, because I'm not gonna freaking have to keep coming over to my parents to do laundry every freaking time I need to do laundry. It'd be a pain in the butt. Wait, does it have a dryer too? There's two separate things. Man, really good reviews. Gosh dang it, Chad. I almost didn't stream tonight because my stomach was starting to hurt. But I started to burp really well, so I'm like, alright, I can stream. And now my stomach's starting to hurt again. I'm not gonna friggin'... I want to do my own laundry. I don't want to friggin' go to places. Like, I could just go to my parents' house across the street, do laundry there. Or I could drop $100 and just do laundry here. We'll see. They quite vary in prices, don't they? Ugh. I don't need a dishwasher. Doing dishes is one of my most hated things on the entire planet. I will buy a dishwasher. Maybe I will. We'll see. Man, why do I come to this awful website? I need something else to do before, like, for a warm-up. This has become, like, the warm-up stream. Part of the stream, but I need something else. This sucks. Oh, I can't play the ping pong machines. Thanks. Wait, is that the figurine I liked? I don't think it is. I don't think that is the one I wanted. Or was it? I don't remember. You know what I realized today? I do not straight up ever eat greens. I don't eat greens. I just don't. I'll have salads here and there. That's about it. Like a lettuce? Is that even considered greens? I do not eat greens at all. I mean, I know lettuce is a green, but is it that nutritious? Because I've heard doctors tell me, or I've had doctors tell me that lettuce is just like drinking water. It's like there's nothing in it. There's no nutrition at all. It's just like water. Yeah, broccoli. I like broccoli. I should start eating broccoli. I like cauliflower too. I don't like beans. Just do not like beans. Lettuce has no nutritional value. Yeah, that's what I've been told. Doctors have said lettuce is just like water. It's like there's nothing. There's no nutrition in it all. In beef broth, huh? That's actually very interesting, VHS. You have me curious. Boil it in beef broth. I could put chicken in with that, right? That would be really good. Pork broth. Chicken and pork? I usually get chicken and pork ramen. I can make my own, like, ramen. Because there's, like, low-carb noodles you can get. I can make ramen with broccoli in it? Maybe not. I just don't... I'm not a fan of greens. I'm just not. And I just don't eat greens. But I need to. I don't even know what nutrition it supplies me, but I know that I need it. Roasted broccoli is pretty freaking good, yeah. Egg noodles, huh? I saw this video. I don't remember his name. What the frick is that dude's name? You know the dude... Oh my gosh. The guy that played, Let me look. The guy that played the Beast in Glass. The movie Glass. James McAvoy. Like, he's, like, beefy as frick in that movie. And there's a video showing what his frickin' meals were like, and it's insane. I can't imagine trying... Like, I don't know how you'd work out when you're eating that much. Like, they need to, like, 3 to 4 eggs for breakfast. I eat 1 egg for breakfast. Then you have to have a snack, which is protein. Then lunch. And it's like all chicken, lamb, or pork, I think. Like, baked potatoes, then another snack, and then dinner, which is huge. And you gotta work out in between all that, and you just gotta do that every day to keep your body that freaking... Keep all that muscle. I don't know how I maintain my muscle. Because all these freaking actors are supposed... Like, they eat these ridiculous freaking meals. Granted, they have a lot more muscle than I do, so... That's probably why. But I don't eat hardly anything. All I eat is I eat breakfast and dinner. I have a boiled egg with 2 pieces of sausage for every breakfast. Lunch, I'll have a protein shake, work out, have another protein shake. That's my lunch. And then for dinner is usually just like a few slices of ham with maybe cheese, pickle. That's my dinner. Then for snack, I always have a scoop of peanut butter. I don't know. I don't get that workout when you get up in the morning. I wish I could do that. Just get the workout out of the way for the day. I can't. Getting up and working out is a freaking... Oh, I gotta wake up, man. I get up. Let me think. How many hours do I wait? I wait 3 hours after I get up before I work out. I eat breakfast. Then I'll take a protein shake at noon, wait an hour, and then work out. My workouts have become pretty hardcore, so I have 2 scoops of the protein lately. I don't want to cook. Just throw crap in the microwave. Alright, you guys give me some crazy good low-carb recipes, and we'll see. Maybe I'll cook them. I won't, though. I don't even have a pot. I need a pot so I can boil stuff in. I have a pan. I can make pancakes. That's low carb, right? Ah! Gosh, my weakness is freaking pancakes. I tell you what, I just can't with pancakes. I can't. If there's like any hint of pancakes, I'm there. Or waffles. Just breakfast in general. Freaking French toast! Omelets! Bacon, sausage, egg. I love breakfast food. But then again, I love food. Freaking chicken. Freaking chicken. Don't even get me started on Japanese food. Don't even get me started. I won it for the first time, right? But my cooking streams would be such fail. I don't frickin' cook, man. It'd be disastrous. I hate preparing food, man. I hate it. I just want to eat. I just want to eat. I make the simplest things, microwavable stuff, or like temperature in the oven, put in oven for minutes, it's done. That's my type of meal. I hate meals where you gotta like saute and put this ingredient in, or like put it in flour, and like I just don't. Never done it. Don't want to do it. Sucks. Maybe for a stream I would, because I could make money that, but I would not do that on my own time. Like, when I was in Florida, I used to just buy just a block of fish. Stick it in the fridge, or in the oven, cook it, and eat it. I did have a rice cooker, though, and that made it amazing. Just rice cooker, simplest thing. Rice cooker, block of fish, mix them together, one of the best meals of my life. And I ate that so much, and I gained so much when I was in Florida. I gained so much in Florida. I'd have, like, pizza, like, once a week. I was obsessed with these freaking, I would die if I could get those again. I think it was Target. I wonder if they still sell it. Target sold these freaking chicken wings. And I'd have this multiple times a week, because I'd do the big thing of rice, and I'd just put it in the fridge, eat it the next day. Put it in the fridge, eat it the next day. Just a giant thing of rice, freaking chicken wings. Dump. Chat, this was amazing. This was amazing. This was amazing. I found out an amazing thing with rice. You know yellow peppers? They come in that bottle. Dump the yellow pepper juice all over the rice, and it is freaking amazing. And that's what I would do. I'd throw some yellow peppers in it, dump the juice all over, just soak the rice. And then I'd shove all the chicken wings in there. Good Lord. I made that a lot because it was one of the best freaking meals. And then there's another meal I'd do. Gosh, I got fat. I'd have taquitos, fries, and I just put it all in a bowl and eat it. And that was my meal. That was meals sometimes. Just a bunch of taquitos and French fries. And I ate cereal so much. There were days where I just became obsessed with a specific cereal. Like, sometimes I'd be like, Frosted Flakes, man. And I'd eat that like a week, every meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, Frosted Flakes. Rice Chex, sometimes. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Rice Chex. And I did gain weight. I got really fat when I was after my Florida endeavor. When I moved to Florida, I weighed 154. When I moved out of Florida, I weighed 180. So that tells you I've gained a lot, man. But now that I'm on the whole low-carb kick, I'm going to lose so much more weight when I'm on my own. Because I don't eat carbs. But my mom will sometimes make dinner. And if she does that, I eat. I eat whatever it is. And it's usually pretty carb heavy. Heavy. No rice. I'm not eating rice. No carbs. I'm just going to buy chicken breast and fish. Because I'm rich. That's probably pretty expensive, huh? Maybe I won't buy that. Honestly, you know what I eat for dinners here? I just buy a frickin' pack of bologna or pack of ham slices, and that's my dinners. Well, ever since I started the low carb thing, like I said, once I started, I went from 180 to 160 in the matter of 2 months, 2 or 3 months. 20 pounds gone. And then after Jinjo died, I just kept losing, man. I don't know what the frick that was about. But I was probably regularly 160. And I weigh 140 frickin' 5 right now. I weigh 145. This is the least I've weighed in my entire adult life. I've never weighed this lightly. And holy crap, I have a 6-pack and it's amazing. I'd show y'all, but I get banned on Twitch. Just go to my freaking Instagram. Actually, do I have any pictures of my 6-packs on Instagram? I don't think they're on the internet. I don't think I do yet. Oh yeah, there it is. The start of my 6-pack. It's more defined than that on my Instagram. The more recent one in that white shirt, it shows through the shirt. I never thought in a million years I would have a freaking 6-pack that showed up through a shirt, chat. I am so freaking proud of that. Granted, these shirts are freaking amazing. I love these shirts. They're so skin tight. Where's my Instagram? Yeah, check this out. If you haven't seen it yet. You can see my gosh dang 6-pack through the shirt. Oh, man. I'm so proud of that. So proud of that. And it's only getting more better because I've increased my weights for my ab workouts. So it's only going to get more defined. Unless I start eating a lot of crap. Which, granted, I've been eating a lot of crap. The last few weeks, I've been eating a lot of crap, man. Texas Roadhouse. Hispanic restaurant. Pancakes. It's been almost a daily thing. And I'm so shocked I have not gained more weight. I haven't. But I need to chill out. I will continue the adventure. My workouts have been sucking lately, though. Because I've mentioned it many times. I have this weird pain that goes from my shoulder down when I do a specific workout. And it's still doing it, man. It's pissing me off. And it's making it really hard to work my chest. My boobs. Because it's the best way to work your chest is laying down with weights and doing presses. That is the best way to work your freaking chest. And it just freaking pain shoots down my arm when I do that now. I can do push-ups. I've been pushing hard on the push-ups, which is maintaining my boobs, but freaking I feel like my workouts suck, even though my workouts are still an hour long. I'm just more hard on myself than usual. My workouts used to be like an hour and a half. I think it was a little overkill, so I've cut it down a little bit. Body dysmorphia is such a freaking gnarly thing, man. I could look in the mirror and be like a freaking supermodel, and so I'll just be like, I look awful. Body dysmorphia is just the worst. Like, sometimes I'll look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't even think I look good. Like, do I even look good? I can't tell. It's like I'm healthier than, like, freaking a large percentage of the American people, so... Well, not healthier, but... fitter. I don't know if that I'm exactly healthy, but, you know. By the way, Texas Roadhouse? Didn't impress me. My mom got the chicken fried steak. I got salmon. I got, like, seared salmon or something. Wasn't that special. Wasn't a big fan of the old Texas Roadhouse. And it was so loud and obnoxious, man. People were just, like, yelling like at a school cafeteria. And it was somebody's birthday. And they're just screaming, "Everybody! It's this person's birthday!" And I'm like, yeah. Not coming here again. Not a big loss on me. Especially because up there is... Oh, that's another thing. I went and got freaking all-you-can-eat sushi 2 weeks ago? On Valentine's Day, that's right. Took myself out for a date. Got all-you-can-eat sushi. Went bowling, went to the mall. Man, I'm sure no one can really relate. But does anyone else hate sitting at the bar at sushi places? I freaking hate it. The gosh dang chef stares you down the entire time, waiting for you to eat your sushi and order more. Like, I just have his eyes burning into me while I'm eating because he's just waiting for me to order more. It's so annoying. Now, granted, it's way faster than waiting for a waiter to come around and order more. It's way faster, more convenient. You're at the bar, eat it, say, "Hey, can I have an order of this?" Here it is. Can I have an order of this? Like, it just keeps coming, man. You can just order it one at a time. It's all you can eat. Best way to do it, but it was kind of dead, and I was like the only person at the bar. They wouldn't, listen to this. When I walked in, the lady's like, "The bar?" And I'm like, "Can I get a table?" And she's like, no tables, no. And I was like, that's how she said it. And I'm like, okay, the bar's fine then. Never done that to me before at this place. I usually say, "Can I get a table?" Yeah, sure. The place was empty. It was one of the deadest times I've ever gone to that place. That place is usually booming. But it was like noon on Valentine's Day. Everyone waits for dinner time, right? So no one's there. I'm like, "Can I get a table?" And she's like, "Table? No table. No. And I'm like, really? She's very adamant about that. I'm like, okay, I'll go to the bar then. It is more convenient. If it was more crowded and there were more people, I'd probably prefer to sit at the bar. But, like, it was me. I think it was me and another dude clear at the end. And he was not... He would go over to the other dude and then come back because all of his ingredients were right there where I was. That's where he'd roll the sushi, just in front of me. It was just, like, very odd. Then I went bowling. And I did so much better than I did last time. The last time I went bowling, I have no idea what was wrong with me. It was probably the worst bowling game I've ever done in my life. I have no idea what was wrong. Like, it was like gutter balls. Insane amount of gutter balls. So this time I went bowling on Valentine's, not even one gutter ball. I didn't even get one gutter ball. My score was pretty trash, though. But I didn't get one gutter ball. Didn't get a lot of spares was my problem. Is Avion in chat? I got him. He came fast. 2-day shipping. Amazon Prime. He's right here. It's really... I like this pose, too. I need Nappa now. I need the Nappa one to go with him. It's over 9. He's got a weird forehead. Vegeta's always had a weird forehead. What? Look. Compare. Forehead. Weird forehead. Weird forehead. He's always had a weird forehead. Captain Forehead. I've always wanted a classic Vegeta. Like villain Vegeta, man. So freaking good. I didn't tweet much today, did I? I have played Wii Sports. Why would I need to play Wii Sports? Wii Sports is nothing like actual bowling. Just want to point that out. I think my problem with bowling, honestly, is getting the right ball. I don't know what size I prefer. I can never decide. Is it like 10, 11, 12? I don't know. I just never can figure out which ball I prefer. What size. I almost started up Battle.net today to download, to fill my hard drive completely up with that Call of Duty update. Almost did it, but I thought, yeah, I like my space right now. I don't want to fill it all the way up. Last time I went bowling was 2013. I rarely bowl. I love bowling, but I rarely do it. That's why I've started to go by myself, because I have no one to go with, so I'm just going to go by myself. When you hit my age, chat, if you're still alone, you're going to just come to realize, well, I guess I'll do it by myself since I have nobody to do it with. I've become a lot more comfortable with just being alone, you know? It's always bugged me how alone I am. It is lonely, but I'm becoming more okay with it. More comfortable with it. Fact. Been enjoying my solitude. I'm going to be able to enjoy it even more. I'm not even going to get dressed. I'm going to be naked 24/7 at that freaking house. Even when I stream. I'm just kidding. Keep thinking of some exercise equipment I could get now too. I don't know if I need any. I think what I got works. Other equipment would help better though. I just don't want to fill my freaking space up with crap. My living room's gonna be very empty though. I told you the measurements, right? This room, chat, that I've lived in for I moved into this room in 2009. 2008, I moved into this room. Because I was sick of sharing the bedroom with my brother. So I moved into this room in 2008. So subtract 2 years off when I moved to Florida. And that's how long I've been here. And there's freaking little room. And the measurements are... Oh, I didn't do the feet. It's 99 inches by 126 inches. And I have no idea what that is in feet. But the new bedroom is way bigger, man. It's 136 by 136. That's 11 feet by 11 feet. It's the new that's just the bedroom. So the bedroom alone is larger than this room. The living room big was the living room? Where is it? Living room width. Well, what about the length of the living room? What? I have no idea what I just wrote down here. Oh, so the living room is 12, almost 13 feet long and 11 feet wide. It's not huge, man, but it's a freaking mansion. It is friggin' mansion compared to this freaking building, or this room. I get my own bathroom too, and the bathroom has a giant area for a washer and dryer hookup, so it's just empty. A big freaking area that I can just do whatever with. The washer and dryer area. Kitchen's really tiny, but whatever, it's fine. And like I said, I want to get a super long USB cable, so that I can just do like an IRL stream or whatever, and just take my camera wherever I want in the house. Because it's not a huge house. I bet a freaking 25-foot cable would be enough to cover the whole house. Maybe even a 20-foot cable. Could take it in the living room, the bedroom, the bathroom, not the bathroom, the kitchen. I ain't Dr. Disrespect. I meant the kitchen. Sorry. I'm not looking forward to moving, though. All this crap I gotta move. Granted, I have so much crap still in boxes from when I moved from Florida. It's just in boxes still. A lot of crap still in boxes that I don't have to rebox. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, though. I don't want to clutter my area. I want as much space as I get, man. I'm gonna try and just be as freaking spacious as I can. I just don't want to fill up with crap. Not only that, because, like, freaking the VR, the idea of that just giant living room with a VR, not giant living room, but the big living room with VR, it would have an infinite freaking play zone in VR, man. Well, I said I did want to do it. That probably won't be a thing. I said I wanted to do a moving stream, where I just, like, have all my crap and I'm just unloading it all in the house. But I don't know if I have the internet to stream in that house. Because it's like he's going to say, okay, you can move in now. And it's going to be like, okay. And then I'll call the electric company, get electricity in the house. Then I'll call the internet company, and it'll take a few days. So I'll be moving before that happens. So probably not going to be able to stream that. Not looking forward to mowing the lawn. It's not a huge yard at all. I just hate mowing lawns. I don't have to water it, though. There's an automatic sprinkler system, so I don't have to water the lawn. I just have to mow it. Well, I'm definitely going to do plenty of streams when I'm in the house. I'll do a little guided tour in the house. Like I said, though, I'll need a big cable if I want to do that. I could just do a video if I wanted. It's not long. The video would be like 5 seconds. It'd be like kitchen, bedroom, or kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom. The end. It's the size of an apartment. It's legit the size of an apartment. You know what's sad is my apartment in Florida was larger than this house. My apartment in Florida was larger than this house, but my apartment in Florida was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. The thing was a beast. If I could get that apartment again in Utah, I would, with the drop of a hat. I adored that apartment. It was freaking huge, man. I had so much space. I had an extra bathroom and an extra bedroom. I had put nothing in it. It was just empty. And now I'm thinking of all the crap I could just shove in there if I had it. That place rocked. And it was very cheap for what it was. Probably couldn't get that at this current year. $760 a month for that apartment. No, I could definitely not get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment for that much. No, not happening. I actually was curious. I tried finding places that I could rent for what I'm paying for this new place, $650 a month. I couldn't find an apartment, or especially a house, that's for rent for $650. I couldn't. I searched everywhere. Actually, I did. I found one for like $5 something, but the reviews were really bad for the place. It's like, cockroaches everywhere. This place sucks. The landlord sucks. And it was an apartment, so you'd be sharing an apartment complex with other freaking people. Like, this is a house with a yard, chat. I can just yell. I can do whatever I want without disturbing other human beings. There won't be neighbors down below me or above me banging saying shut up. It's just gonna be like... It's just amazing. And my freaking landlord is... I've known him my entire life. We've, like, they're family friends. It couldn't be a better opportunity. Like, I can't afford it. But once I heard about it, I'm like, do it. I was like, tell my mom, tell him I'm interested. Tell him I'm interested right now. I want it. I will get a friggin' part-time job. I'm not gonna let this pass up. I can invite girls over, because I do that all the time. I can't wait. Be like, hey, come over. Oh, you know how I am with the ladies. That one girl never did reply, by the way. She's like, you are very, very attractive. And I said, hey, thanks. Wow, you're not too bad yourself. Not the right thing to say. And she's like, not too bad. I'm like, you look great. What's up? The end. She never replied. But you know what? If she's gonna be like that, I wouldn't have been interested in her anyway. Someone of that uptight? No, thank you. I really don't expect... I don't know. You never know. I was gonna say, I don't expect to meet... I don't expect having girls over. Let's just say that. I'm too picky, guys. I'm just too picky. If I look at a girl's profile and I like... she's wearing a shirt I don't like. I'm not gonna... That's like how bad I am. I am stupid picky. I will never, ever... It would be after, like, the stars would have to align if I found someone that I'd be interested in ever again. Like I said, that one girl... It's like, I was like, she said that Avatar was her favorite anime, and I'm like, nope. I was like, Avatar is not an anime. Goodbye. Never spoke to her again. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's all me. It's all me. Avatar is great. I said it's not an anime though. It's freaking Korean. If Avatar's an anime, then so is The Simpsons. Because The Simpsons is done by the same studio as the Avatar studio, I think. I'm pretty sure. So The Simpsons is an anime too. I mean, it's in the style of anime, sure. We went through that discussion for an hour that one night. What did we even conclude, chat? About the anime versus not anime. Did I ever come to a conclusion to that? I legit think I might. Oh yeah, ramen is Japanese style spaghetti. That was the whole flip, man. That was the conclusion, wasn't it? Hey, that's right, shaved. I actually think I'm getting Animal Crossing, chat. I don't know. I'm just really, really craving that style of game right now. It will be the perfect game to play in between Doom Eternal. Like ripping zombies' heads off, or demons' heads off, and then being like, now to chill out in Animal Crossing. I seriously might get Animal Crossing. Streams? I would love to stream it. I bet you it would be the worst viewed stream of my life. But I'll try streaming it if I get it. I'd love to stream that game. That'd be super chill streams. I'll bet you it would be awful views. No one would watch. But I'll try it. I'm actually worried. It's so bizarre. Don't even get me started on the viewership thing. Ugh. Like, historically, logically, new game comes out, stream new game, get more views than usual. That's not the case with me. Like, big streamers, new game comes out, they stream it, freaking viewership just skyrockets. Me, new game comes out, stream it, viewership drops. Depends on the game, though. That's Resident Evil 2 Remake. I got way more views than usual on Resident Evil 2 Remake. But freaking God of War, abysmal viewership for that. Brand new game. Spider-Man was a little below average, but I streamed all of Spider-Man. So I'm worried about Final Fantasy VII Remake streams. I wonder if I'll just play that off stream. I'll start streaming it, but I'm gonna check out what the stats are afterwards. Also, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that. I don't know. Should I stream that? I don't know. Maybe I will. I could play the game off stream, Leroy. I could play it off stream and then stream it at night. What are you saying? There's not much to do at night. You could do the same thing you do in the morning, just do it at night. It would just be a different time of day. Like, freaking the shops close at like 10, right? They'd still be open. Oh yeah, Neo 2. That probably would do well stream-wise. I don't think I'm buying it, though. There's too many games coming out, and I think I'm just going to wait for the PC release of that. Like, why buy that when the PC version's coming out later, and there's so many games to play at the time? It's going to be really freaking hard, but I think I'm not going to buy Neo 2. Just resist. Oh my gosh. I'm so freaking burpy. Oh yeah, Half-Life Alyx as well. Oh my freaking lord, I forgot. When is Half-Life Alyx? I mean, of course, all these new games are day one streams. It just depends on the viewership afterwards. I have a feeling Half-Life Alyx will do well. I really do. I mean, with all these new games, my streams are going to be a lot longer and multiple streams per day. Guaranteed. I'll be streaming afternoon streams and then late and evening streams, and they'll be like way longer than usual. My streams are gonna ramp it up. I'm going to be playing games like crazy, and I'm gonna stream them. So I'm trying to just get into the mentality. I'm gonna try and stream way more hours. I might do the like little afternoon stream, then a long evening stream. I want to try. I gotta treat this more like a job. I'm getting a new place, man. I need to at least attempt to do what other streamers do, and try and treat this as like an actual job, and see where that goes. Probably won't. I doubt it will go anywhere, but I at least need to try. Like, do like 5 to 8 hour streams, something like that. a day. Ugh, I don't know if I... But here's the thing. If I play multiple games per stream, I think I can do it. That's always my issue, is playing one stream for that many hours. I can't do it. I can't. I can do multiple games for that many hours. Man, there's too many games, man. So, Alex is coming out in March. Why was I thinking Alex was April? For frick's sakes, man. Oh, Jinjo died in September, dude. Gosh, it's almost been 6 months. That is another thing. I really need a new kid to take care of. I don't know when I'll get one, but I do need one. And I mean a bird, because they're my friggin' animals, man. They are definitely my animals. Sobe's just a whatever, because he's just like, duh. They don't require as much care. Lizards are the lazy man's pet. Freaking reptiles in general. It's like, sure, I'll get a pet. Here's a lizard. Nah. And then that's it. You don't have to do much. You give them food and water. Clean their poop up at the end. Do I watch Dragon Ball Super? I have watched the entire thing, yes. You want to open that can of worms? No thanks. Someone needs to just, like, find a YouTube video of me doing my long Dragon Ball Super rants and just have that time stamped and ready. So whenever someone comes in and asks, you can just, like, paste it. You want to know his opinion? There you go. Seems like I do a friggin' Dragon Ball Super rant, like, once a month. I would love a display case, but they're so much money. They're just too much money. They're like $300. I'd love a display case, man. Never have to freaking dust your figurines again. I'm just getting shelves, display shelves, like bookshelves. I got a bookshelf for somebody off Amazon for $10. This is probably like an $80 to like $120 shelf. Got it for $10. I'm gonna need probably another shelf, but I got that for now. I just need to move in and get everything situated and then decide what I need. But yeah, I got a nice freaking shelf. Because I got all these shelves put up like a month ago. All these shelves, chat. Full screen. All these shelves were put up like a month ago. I've been wanting to do it. I'm like, let's do it. So we got all these shelves. And now I'm just leaving them all here. Like, I don't think even a bookshelf will hold all this. I really don't. I'm gonna need multiple shelves. Definitely need multiple shelves. I wish that I could put up, like, wall shelves, but it's not my place to do that. They're just painting it. It's, like, freshly painted, too. I'm going to put holes in the wall after they paint it. Can't do that. Also, I have pictures. I can't put on the wall either. What am I going to do with Majora's Mask? How am I going to freaking display that? I can't hang it. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Coming up though. How many weeks? About 2 weeks until I can move in. Unless it's earlier. Hopefully it's earlier. That's the thing about corners. I can't do corner shelves. For some weird reason, this house, you'll have to just see it. It has like, I don't even know what they are. In both corners of the living room, it's not against the window, are like built-in seats. I don't even know how to explain it. They're carpeted squares against the corners, like you can sit on them. I don't even know if that's what they're for sitting on, but they're built in. It's weird. So I can't do corner shelves. I don't even know how I'm going to do my setup. I'm pretty sure I'm doing my computer setup in the living room. I have an idea where I want, but tell me if this is like weird and if you shouldn't do it. Like, the window's gonna be right here, behind the computer. I'll have a curtain, but that's the only place I can think of putting the computer. But it's gonna be against the freaking big old living room window. Like, the living room window is like the whole freaking wall. So this side of the window, I'm gonna be in front of. Is that weird? Like, here's my computer setup, blah blah. Here's the window right here, but big old curtain covering it up. Putting stuff in front of a window, is that like? Do you not do that? The window it's not a nice view. I don't care about the view. I don't care about looking out the window at all. I'd prefer it was just a wall, personally. I've almost thought about just putting like cardboard in there against the window just to black it out even more. It'd look trashy from the outside though, because it's like the road. It's facing the road. So I think I might do that. My problem is I don't know if this corner part right here, because it's like this. This is the corner, and then there's the bedroom door, and I don't know if this corner shelf will go out farther than the bedroom door. If it does that, then I'm screwed. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it does that. I could always just not use this corner part, but man, it's pretty useful. This corner part is pretty freaking useful. Well, I can always open the other side of the window. It's like a double window. Big old window. Like, this is one part, and then there's another part to my right. So I could open that side if I wanted. That part's going to be for where my AC hooks up, so I can hook it out that window. Because my idea is to have it like this, and then the back wall I'll have my shelves with figurines that you can see behind me. That's the idea. I don't know if it'll work out. I might have to change that. I almost thought about maybe I could do it in the bedroom, my computer setup, because like I said, the room's bigger. But VR space. If it's too small for the VR space, then I'm bailing on that. Also, you'd see me going to the bathroom. That is a weird thing about this house. The bathroom is connected to the bedroom, the only bathroom. It's very weird. So if I have company over, they have to walk through my bedroom to go to the bathroom. Kind of weird. Natural light is not good. It degrades VR headsets, so I don't want natural light. Any good animes to see? Freaking don't ask me, dude. I don't freaking know. I was watching Demon Slayer and I just can't get into that. these original Netflix animes. Has anybody watched these? I don't even know what they're called, but there's like a bunch of original Netflix animes specifically for Netflix. I've watched Castlevania, which is pretty good. But the other animes, I don't even know what they are or how good they are. Shaved. Tell us how they are. They're not freaking... I don't even know what they are. I think one's a boxing one? Oh, the Dragon Quest movie. I need to finish that. I started it. It's kind of boring, but everybody, my friends tell me to finish it, so I gotta finish it. Yeah, Dragon Quest movie didn't really grab me. It's not even the Akira Toriyama art style. Explain that one. Dragon Quest has been the Toriyama art style since the first game. Actually, maybe the second. It's just been the staple. Dragon Quest is Toriyama's art style. There's 11 freaking games. Let's make a movie about Dragon Quest V. Main character looks straight up like Gohan, adult Gohan. But let's make a movie about Dragon Quest V and do a completely different style. It's so freaking weird they decided to do that. Shaved has to have it be about girls. Oh, I tried High Score Girl. Not interested. Dude, I don't know. I think it might be me. High Score Girl did not grab me because the whole premise sounded interesting. I probably didn't even watch more. I probably watched one episode. Gosh, I'm so hard to freaking get into something. It's so hard for me to get into things. I don't know what's wrong with me. If I'm not grabbed by the first episode, I'm just out. You gotta grab me. Oh, frick! Whose display case is that? Is that your stuff? Oh, look at that frickin' Frieza on the top left with the Ginyu Force. Whose frickin' set is that? That is amazing. Oh, you found it on Google. I was gonna say. Well, how much are these display cases? This is amazing. These are frickin' expensive frickin' statues. Look at this frickin' Frieza with the Ginyu Force. They're huge. That frickin' Android 16 shooting into the ground. And frickin' Piccolo on 70. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Is that Boo getting shot through the stomach by Vegeta? This is the best freaking thing I've ever seen. He's got the Dragon Ball thing. That thing was $900. This Dragon Ball, Goku, Bulma, and Krillin fighting that robot from the Red Ribbon Army? Or, the Pirate Cave? From Dragon Ball? That thing was like $800 to $900. Freaking link me these cases on Amazon, bro. That's cheap as dirt. Sweden, though. That's probably... These are amazing statues. I've never seen half of these. I wonder if they're custom made. Some of these look... These are freaking amazing. Look at that King Piccolo. Look at that Grandpa Gohan with Goku. Oh, gosh, this is amazing. Why did you link me this? That Frieza punching Goku. Oh, look at that Goku and Vegeta doing an action. This is freaking amazing. This dude's rich. These things... That left 17 right there is probably like $2,000 freaking dollars, man. Holy crap. Whoever this is... Oh, look, he's got a freaking 18 kissing Krillin. Trunks cutting Frieza in half. I can't with this. I have never seen half of these statues. They'd have to be like custom from like custom sellers. This is insane. Yeah, I was looking at these glass cases. They're not $60, man. Like, I will show you right now. Gosh, these are amazing, though. I like have half a money to save this image. Amazon.com, please. Glass display cases are stupid expensive. I mean, that one's 86, but it's not that big. It's not even close to as big as that one. Like, look at this. 147, 148. Yeah, they're not cheap. What the frick? What is this? Oh, these are probably tiny, aren't they? Bet money these are super tiny. Wait, they're not tiny. What? Oh, they're not glass encased. They're not encased in glass, but those are freaking nice. This is actually really nice. Oh, I have this on my wish list. They're modular. Like, you can buy them, like, you can buy, like, 2 and then buy another one and connect it to it. Is the whole thing $46 for that many? That's pretty good. Build your own. I don't know how to build anything. I can't do things like that. I break things. I can't do things. Don't even tell me I could. See, look, these don't have encasements. Like, there's no things you can't shut anything. There's like cheaper material than glass. Is it like acrylic? See, look, this is what I want. This giant freaking glass encasement thing. $250. No thanks. I can't build things. I can't do anything. Like, if I try things and then I break or fail. I mean, I probably could, but I just get discouraged too easily and I give up. What am I looking for? Acrylic. Display case? Are those cheaper? They'd have to be, right? They're like not glass. No, they're still expensive. That's $99. It's still expensive. I'm pretty sure there's IKEAs around. I've never been in one, but I'm sure there's local IKEAs. Well, not local, but near. I've never been in an IKEA. Do they have a website? They have a specific website for IKEA.com that links to their actual website. I have never been in an IKEA. Are they? I thought IKEAs were like for rich people. Are they cheap? Search after Detolf. What? After Detolf? Did you spell that right? Because that does not exist, bro. After Detolf. That is not a word in our language. So, Detolf. What is Detolf? Is that a word? I've never heard that word in my life. Wait, well, here you go. Glass door cabinet. It's the brand. I get you. Holy frick, they are $60. Holy frick, they're huge, too! Oh my gosh. Now it's time to find a freaking local IKEA because this is crazy. What is their shipping? Can I just ship it to me? Whoa! Yeah, there's no nearby IKEAs. Holy crap, are you serious? There are no nearby IKEAs. The closest one is 44 minutes away. The frick? 44 minutes away is the closest IKEA. Yeah, Draper's where I'm looking. Fabio, where do you live again? Oh, you work next to it? Are you working? Oh, you're in Orem. So you and Drag to Work are both in Orem. I forgot you were local, Fabio. Or nearby. We should do a meetup where you guys buy me dinner. Well, I can build things myself if there's instructions. Like, detailed instruction manuals, and they're built to, like, connect. Like, I have no problem with that. This is actually insane, though. $60 for that? Like, that's pretty pricey for me right now, but that's still frickin' cheap as frick for this kind of display case. If my frickin', if my donation goal was met right now, I would totally buy this. I could, like, even, like, layer it, you know? Have, like, smaller things in the front, and then, like, get a little platform to put, like, things in the back. This is ideal, man. Yeah, I'm sure they'll deliver it, but I'm sure that costs money. I highly doubt they'd ship here, like 40 minutes away. Oh, you and Drig are friends? Are you serious? I had no idea you knew each other. How come this is news to me? I did not know you guys were, like, buds and you lived in the area. That's weird. I'll do a stream and invite Fabio Boy and Drig Jorg Dragdevork over to my place. And because I know them, like, I don't even know who they are. They could be murderers for all I know. And you'll catch it all on stream. They'll kill me live. Who linked me this? Who was it? Because you are... It was Morgan Dagen. Thank you for this. In fact, I'm putting this on my other browser right now. It is called IKEA Detolf. And that, my friend... This is $178 on Amazon. What? Why are these so much more expensive on other websites? It's $148 on Walmart. $178 on Amazon. Probably because it's probably not sold by the company, right? It's probably sold by freaking own, like, people. Jacking up the price. $60 for that thing, though. I am totally gonna buy that. I wouldn't have to dust things. Oh my god. That would be enough, man, with my bookshelf and that. Would that look weird? It would look alright, right? Having a bookshelf and that glass encasement next to each other. Would that look weird with those two next to each other? I know nothing about style, chat. So I don't know if that would look weird or not. Like having a glass display case and a bookshelf next to each other. With the shelf having the figurines on it, not books. Or just whatever I put in it. That should look okay, right? No. That wouldn't look okay? Excuse me? Well, I mean, there's not much color to compare to other than the top and bottom. It's more... it's more that... Yeah, it's just like a bookcase, you know? Just with... It looks similar to this. I'll find out, I guess. We'll see if it looks okay, because I'm gonna get them. These are really good. That is crazy good for that price. I thought it would be really tiny, but this image is like... No, they're freaking huge, man. Look at that. Lighting sold separately, so I'd have to get like these little light things. Well, I wouldn't have to, but... I know nothing about you two. But I mean, I could meet up with you guys maybe sometime. In a public setting. You're actually an attractive woman, right, Fabio boy? I've asked you that before, haven't I? I remember that. I asked you if you were an attractive woman, and it's like, wait a minute. Fabio boy. It's getting hot in here. Oh yeah, he's fat boy. That's right. I forgot. Oh yeah, Drake told me about a nice place in Orem. You should buy me dinner there. Lunch there sometime. I don't remember what he said it was called. Some Asian place. Japanese restaurant. Okay, what are we doing tonight? I guess this is all we're doing tonight because we're on freaking hour 1.5 and we're just blabbing away. Oishi. That means good. That means tastes delicious. Oishi means delicious. Is that what it's called? That should be easy to remember. Oishi. Is there a place nearby called Umai? Because that means tastes good. Umai. Oishi. I'm fine with it just chilling out. You guys keep linking me good deals for furniture. I need chairs. In case I have company, this is the only chair I have that I'm sitting in. So if I have company, it's like, just take a seat on the floor. I'll need something. Maybe like foldable chairs so they can just be up against the wall when I'm not using them. Like nice foldable chairs, like cushy foldable chairs, right? Because I don't want to clutter my place with like giant couches or anything like that. Like I said, this freaking thrift store I went to had couches for all the couches were $25. $25 for couches. That's tempting, but I don't want to clutter my house with that. But I'll need chairs of some sort. I mean, they sell nice folding chairs with like cushionings on them, right? I could just get those. Company comes over, just lay out the chairs, fold out the chairs. Let's be honest though, some lawn chairs are freaking dang good. Like those lawn chairs with like the cup holders in them, those suckers are legit. My glasses will never be clean. Oh my gosh, you wipe and then something else gets on it when you wipe. You guys can relate, right? Oh my gosh, more crap's getting on it. Who texted me? When did they text me? What? I don't know. I gotta go to the bathroom, chat. Before it becomes unavailable. Freaking clean! I'll be right back. Better pause this music because that'll sound weird with the BRB music. 1, 2, 3, gotta pee. Okay. Never. It'll never clean. Oh, look, it smeared more crap on it. This thing's no good. I need to wash it or something. Good enough. Yeah, I told you about those couches, right? I had couches from my Florida days, but they've been in that barn for 7, 8 years. They're trash. They're trash now. We covered them up. Doesn't matter. There's who knows what fur all over. I don't know how they got that bad. They were covered up. They're disgusting now. They're trash. So IKEA stuff is cheaper because you have to assemble it? Is that how that works? I always thought, I don't know why, I've always had this weird thought that IKEA was like rich people place. Because I've never really been there. Well, I've never been there. Let's see what kind of chairs they got. Too expensive. I'll just go to that thrift store. They had chairs for like $10. Just buy them there. Gosh dang it, I swear there's more crap on these glasses. It's driving me crazy. So you tell me IKEA will deliver my stuff for free? That doesn't sound right. Like if I bought that display case, they're not delivering it 44 minutes away. I'm sure their locations, like, I'm sure they have a limit. It's 46 miles away. Depending on how much I fill it up, I'll decide on what furniture to get. I just want to move in. I've been so antsy. I've been so antsy since this happened because I just want to get in there and get things settled. I'm just like, oh, I think that's might be what my problem's been lately. I've been so like looped out of it with like games and stuff. I just want to get this freaking move going. Just let me move in now. Paint the dang house. I don't care if I didn't even want it painted. He's the one that did it. It's gonna be such a weird transition, because like all these games are gonna be hitting too, so the move's gonna happen and all these freaking games are gonna be out. And it's gonna be like, oh gosh. Hope I get freaking internet. I hope the internet connection is painless. I'm so paranoid about that. Like I have great internet here, and it's just 2 houses that way, so the internet should be fine, right? I actually bought I bought the same exact model router modem that we have in this house, because it's the same company, and it's the same, so it should work. And I bought it used for like $30, so I don't have to freaking pay their stupid router modem rent. It is the same ISP, I know it will be. It's weird, I gotta because it's in my name at this house, so I'm gonna have to transfer my name to my parents' name for the account, so they can just keep having this internet / cable, and then I'll have my name free that I can hook it up and get it in my name at the other house. You are right that 2 houses down could be different. You are very correct. Yeah, I should call them. You're right, I should. I'm sure it's fine. They cover this whole town mostly, so I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just 2 houses down. But you never know with freaking internet providers. You never know. If they don't supply internet there, I'm screwed. I won't be able to stream anymore. Because there's no other alternatives with that kind of internet speed. There's no alternatives. Holy frick, shut up, music. Like, the only other provider is dial-up, DSL, phone line internet. And holy crap, do they not have the same speeds, and they're the worst internet company on the planet. CenturyLink, you ever heard of them? Oh my gosh, they're awful. CenturyLink is so bad. Their customer service is the worst. The worst. I think they changed their name. CenturyLink. No, it is still CenturyLink. Used to be a different name, but then they changed it to CenturyLink. Sucks. Man, I think I bite my tongue in my sleep. You ever do that? I think I just bite my tongue in my sleep. My tongue's... feels like I've been biting it. Feels like I bit it really hard. Oh no, I bit it! I bit it the other day while eating, that's right! I bit it so hard the other day while eating. I forgot I did that. Completely forgot I did that. I bit it so hard. You know how my mouth has those weird breakouts when I injure my mouth? Oh my gosh, let's hope and pray that that doesn't happen. Because if I injure my mouth sometimes randomly, my mouth breaks out in ulcers. Just caked inside of my mouth. Tongue, in my lips, under my tongue. It's the most painful effing thing. And I don't know why. I've read that can happen. Your mouth can just overreact to injuries and just freaking break out in ulcers. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever bite my tongue that hard. The funny thing is, CG Patron, that didn't even hurt. I freaking severed all nerves or something. It maybe I was in shock or something. Like, I was just numb. I couldn't even, it was like, wow, I have a thumb-sized chunk out of my tongue right now. Man, that was insane. That was freaking insane. How do you pull that off? The thing with me is, I have a really stupid strong jaw or something. I chew so hard. People get in, family members, my sister especially, got so annoyed when I eat around there, because when I chew, it was loud. That's how loud I chew. Because, that's just how strong my jaw strength is. I can't it would take concentration to chew. I just absent-mindedly chew food. And so I have just a stupid, strong jaw strength while chewing. And if I bite my tongue, then it's disastrous. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why my jaw strength's always been that weird. Maybe it's just not the jaw strength. I just have no control over it. It's weird. When I bite my tongue, it freaking hurts. Yeah, I completely forgot I bit my tongue. I feel a little better now. Because I'm like, why did this happen? What was I eating? I'm trying to remember what I was eating. I bit it and I was just like, oh. I think I was eating nothing you have to chew hard for, like rice or something. Just rice. I freaking bit my tongue that hard. So Fabio, tell me how one of you must have said, check out this dude on Twitch, right? There's no way you both were just like, I'm a fan of Kilplix, so am I. Right? That's too weird. That you both live in Utah, in the same state as me. And you both tune into my Twitch, and you're friends? Someone must have told someone about me. Well, you're just consciously aware about it when you're, like, chewing on your lip or whatever. You're subconscious, or just absentmindedly chewing. It's just gonna be, like, disastrous. The song's a remix of Zelda music. Ocarina of Time. Really good. Shag. The artist is Shag. He does some really good Zelda remixes. I don't know what my favorite Zelda is. I think it's Majora's Mask. I'm pretty sure Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game. But you know what? I think Ocarina of Time is seriously a close second. It's such a stupid meme to say that Ocarina of Time's the best game ever, but it really is like Breath of the Wild is so freaking good, but it was just a perfect... It's just my age group, man. It was the perfect storm for us. N64 comes out. 3D graphics that we've never seen before. We went from freaking Super Nintendo sprites to N64 3D graphics. And it's a 3D game done well in the early days, which is really rare because there's a lot of bad 3D games. At the beginning of 3D games, people were experimenting and they didn't know how to do it. Nintendo nailed it. Like, epic music, epic story, it was just a perfect time for me. Those games are just phenomenal. I like Link's Awakening. It's not my favorite. Link to the Past used to be my favorite Zelda game for a long time. Still love that game, but I just think Majora's Mask / Ocarina of Time is just... Oh, I couldn't put Breath of the Wild down when I started it. Breath of the Wild is really special. It really is. But I don't think it's my favorite. It was my game of the year, whatever year that was. It's just hard. I don't think anything will beat Ocarina of Time / the Majora's Mask for me because it's just when I played it, it was just perfect. There's just that thing that happens, chat. You ever get that like perfect time, perfect place video game where otherwise you might like it, but not, like whatever. It's a cool game, but nothing special. But sometimes there's just a game that comes at you at the perfect time in your life. That's happened to me many times with games. Just the absolute perfect time in my life to play this game. Freaking Way of the Samurai. Steambot Chronicles. Baldur's Gate. I played Baldur's Gate a few freaking years ago, and that was the absolute perfect time for me. Perfect. Bushido Blade is amazing. I never played it, but I know it's amazing. I've seen plenty of Bushido Blade. That game is freaking... I wish that I had it. I got a PlayStation at the end of its life cycle, and I didn't get many games. I got the PS1, the the remodel, not the classic PlayStation, but the PS. It was called the PS1, and it was like a tiny version. That's what I got. Mostly for Final Fantasy IX, Chrono Cross. I didn't get many PS1 games because it's just very end of the life cycle. But yeah, Bushido Blade is a freaking amazing game. I've seen so much of that. Perfect Dark was amazing. The whole 64 era was just like the perfect time. All those games, man. Mario 64, Zelda, 007, Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie, just some of the greatest games of my life were the 64. But then again, PS2 has a lot of those too. I remember saving up for the PS2, man. Driving my brother around to do the mail. Just saving up every dollar to buy that PS2. And this was before we had like internet, I think. And I got the PS2 at full price at the time. I don't remember what the freaking retail price of the PS2 was. 300, 400, 350. Saved up for that sucker. 2 months later, they dropped the base price for the PS2 by like a few $100s. I saved up all summer for PS2. And 2 months later, they dropped the price of the sucker. So I didn't even know. Like I said, I didn't have the internet, so I didn't know that was going to happen. I was pretty upset. Finally got a PS2, and then they dropped the price. I still have my original PS2. I don't think it really works that well, though. And then Blockbuster had their Game Pass thing where you just paid like $9 a month, and you could rent a game any day. Like, it was one at a time, but you could just rent whatever game you wanted, bring it back, get another game. And I just freaking played their entire library at Blockbuster, and I found so many freaking hidden gems from doing that. So many hidden gems from doing that. Like, I'd rent it, and if I liked it, I'd buy it. Then I'd rent more games and more games. I just rented so many games from that place. I also did GameFly for a while. Is GameFly still around? I don't know if they are. Did GameFly where they'd mail you a game. You'd say, I want this game online, and then they'd mail it to you. Then you mail it back for another game. Did that for a while with GameFly. I think that's where I rented Budokai 3. And I'm like, this is the Dragon Ball Z game I've been waiting for. Yeah, those mom and pop rental places. Those were pretty cool. I miss rental places. Those were freaking so fun to just browse. It's so non-exciting now on the internet to browse stuff. There's just something special about physically browsing stuff you're excited about. That's why if I'm like online, I see figurines. It's like, that's a cool figurine. See the same figurine at the mall? I'm buying that, man. That's freaking great. Like these freaking two figurines right here. This Gohan and Gotenks. I've seen them so many times on the internet. Then I saw them at the mall, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm buying them. Because it's physically there. And the only reason I got these figurines is because it was like, I don't know if you guys have this place. It's called Lunchbox. This store at the mall. Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's called Lunchbox. Really weird. Cool store. It has so much weird and interesting stuff that I'm just interested in. Oh, Box Lunch. That's what it's called. You're right. And they had this insane deal where if you're buying for the first time, you get like a huge percentage off. So buying these figurines was the same price as if I would have bought them online. So it's like, yeah, I'll do it. Box Lunch. It's a cool store. They always have freaking Dragon Ball Z figurines that I'm like, oh. In fact, man, I've gotten so many just by going to that store, not buying them there, but seeing them and then buying them online. Because they never price match. That's the thing. Whenever I go to a store and I see something cool, I'll look it up online and it's always way cheaper. And then I'll ask them at the front, do you guys price match? No. Well, then I'm not buying it. I'll buy it online. I don't know how flipping physical stores keep afloat when they don't price match like Amazon and stuff. Box Lunch did price match. I remember they did price match some figurines. Oh, we'd have so many sleepovers at my friend. We'd rent an N64, because no one had an N64, but they'd rent them. And we'd rent a 64. Every frickin' friend on the block was there. We'd play at Mario Kart 64 all night long. The longest gaming session I've ever done was GoldenEye 007. Longest gaming session I've ever done was just frickin' multiplayer 007. I think it was like 12 or 13 hours. Which probably isn't that much to, you know, but that was a lot for me. 13 hours straight of it, that's a lot. Man, this friend, they'd rent movies so much. And they had such, he still does, horrible taste in movies. I've seen such horrible, horrible movies at this friend's house. He freaking rented The Pest and laughed at it and liked it. Chat. The Pest. I don't know if you know what The Pest is, but it is like an awful movie. It is a very awful movie. Let's see if I can just find some scenes from this movie. Yeah, the John Leguizamo movie. Yeah, this is straight up the intro to the movie. I'm gonna get blocked on YouTube, aren't I? Well, this is on YouTube, so maybe I don't freaking know. This movie was, and he liked it. This was the kind of movies he'd rent all the time. These were the movies. Just these type of movies. I can't believe this is vintage now. Is that really what they call vintage? Oh, also, just the freaking Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. Just all those awful movies. All of them. They'd rent and love. Is that what that movie was called? Gosh, it was bad. They're all bad movies. This is the whole movie. Like, this is the whole movie. This type of freaking acting. This was the whole movie. Racial stereotypes, the works. Chat, this was seriously the whole movie. Just not him in the shower, but just that kind of line of direction. Was Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo considered a good movie? There's no way it was, right? There's no way. That movie was awful. Oops. How do you even spell that crap? Bigelow. European? Did they make a sequel? No, they didn't. Oh, yeah. It wasn't considered good. They made another movie of that? I can't even believe it. But yeah, these were just the types of movies I'd have to watch when on the sleepovers. Just the lowest they're just like targeting the lowest IQ'd human beings for humor. And it was just like, that was all we watched. The only good movie I remember watching there was frickin' Tremors 2. Tremors 2 was great. And that's like the only movie I remember. There were probably a few movies we watched there that were good. Oh. No, those were the bad Mortal Kombat movies we saw. Not the original Mortal Kombat, but like the sequels. Those were pretty bad. We saw those. Spawn. We watched Spawn, which was kind of bad, but kind of good back at the time. It was considered a good comic book movie. It's not a good movie. Yeah, Annihilation. Yeah, I saw Spawn there. What other movies did we watch there? Oh, I freaking saw Babe. We watched Babe. I remember that. We knew nothing about Babe. And his mom's like, watch this for the kids. And we're like, oh gosh, okay. And we put it in. And then we're like, this movie's amazing. Like, Babe was freaking great. I knew nothing about it. And we watched Babe. And we're like, this movie's freaking awesome. We watched it. We watched it and then watched it again afterwards. Thanks for the follow. Like, the kids fell asleep, and me and him are just, like, into this movie. Like, this movie's great. The sequel's underrated, too. Pig in the Big City. That movie's kind of underrated. I like that one, too. Babe. You know. Bar-am-you. Freaking Warcraft 2 has the reference of that. Bar-am-you. I love Brave Little Toaster. I watched that somewhat recently. It is such a different everything from Disney. It's a Disney movie, The Brave Little Toaster. And it's like, it is such a different, it's like standalone. Like, it's like the vibe, the setting, everything about it is so different from the typical Disney movie. And it is so good. Yeah, it scared me. I used to hide behind my dad as a kid when the clown scene. Legit would hide behind my dad during that. This scene's terrified me as a child. But watching it today, it's just like, this movie's so good. James and the Giant Peach was pretty good. I liked it. Yeah, the dump scene is pretty freaking tense for a kid. I miss 80s movies where they weren't afraid to do scary or tense things for kids. Nowadays, it's just like, you can't do any of this kind of crap. It's just complaining to the parents are mad. Yeah, I very, very specifically remember, like, I'm like 3 or 4 years old. I remember this scene and like hiding behind my dad during this scene. Iron Giant's a classic. That movie's great. It's unfortunate that it didn't do well. It's got a cult following now. Well, and then the AC kills himself. This movie's insane. The vibe of it is so... It's got its own vibe. The Brave Little Toaster just has its own vibe that I only get watching it. Like, nothing else gives me a vibe like Brave Little Toaster. This specific feeling I get and vibe when I watch it. Nothing else does it. I never watched Oliver and Company. It didn't look. It looked too hip, like it was trying too hard. So I never saw that. The movie about the kid who goes to the cartoon world. There's a lot of movies like that. I can think of two off the top of my head. Rock-a-Doodle. And thinking of Rock-a-Doodle. The whole movie is on YouTube, by the way. You can just watch the whole movie. Watch Rock-a-Doodle. This movie's crazy. Rock-a-Doodle, and then the Macaulay Culkin one. What was that one? Pagemaster. Yeah, that's the other one I was thinking of. Rock-a-Doodle is great, by the way. Watch this movie. It's free on YouTube. That means we can watch it right now together. Pagemaster. I didn't care for Pagemaster. It didn't do it for me. It was a little weird. No, it is. It's straight up free. You can watch it for free. I did like last year. Where is it? Where's the results? Oh, I must have closed the window. Never watched the Tom and Jerry movies. They looked too weird. I love the classic Tom and Jerry. I love them. The movies just looked... But they sing in it and stuff. It's like, what? They don't sing in Tom and Jerry. And who doesn't remember Never-Ending Stories? That movie's freaking classic. Yeah, and they talk in it. It's like, come on. What? Why do they talk in Tom and Jerry? I never saw the DuckTales movie. I heard it was good. Watched the series all the time. I was quite the couch potato back in the day. It was video games and frickin' afternoon cartoons. Disney specifically, frickin' DuckTales, Tailspin, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. The Donald Duck cartoons were always great. All the classic, the goofy how-to videos. Gosh, dang it, those were great. And you can't watch them on YouTube anymore. They're probably all on YouTube or Disney Plus, right? Like you can't watch them. They're probably not on YouTube anymore. Oh, they are? Really? Gosh, these cartoons were freaking great, man. They hold up. They're like made in the freaking 40s and they're still hilarious. Dude, these are on Netflix? What? No way. And there's always a running theme in these that his wife's cheating on him. It is so bizarre. Goofy babysitting was like... That one is like... Wow, these are totally not. The babysitting one is like... Every time someone rings the doorbell, he opens the door and the guy kisses him and then they shut the door. And so Goofy starts preparing to kiss everybody that he opens the door with. So it's just like, oh, his wife's cheating on him with like everybody. It's so freaking weird and hilarious. Like the mailman, the milkman. Oh yeah, and his wife drives like she's a bad driver. I wonder that must not be on YouTube. That one was a good episode. Like the babysitting episode of oh man, this is all just weird new stuff. Sad. All the movies that show that... Yeah, Disney used to do these... They were quote-unquote movies, but they were just a bunch of, like, compilations of their cartoons. It was weird. Yeah, they do that all the time. Man, the old Disney days were just good times, man. And then the Dumbo Circus. I'll bet no one remembers that. So creepy. I don't know what they were thinking with this. Whenever this came on, I'd change it. I don't know, this just didn't do it for me. The song was good, though.
Lots of great adventures too. There will be music and magic. I hope you can come. There'll be a few surprises and we'll have lots of fun. Dumbo Circus, flying from town to town.
Yeah, this didn't last long. I think it was like 2 seasons. It didn't do well.
Show on Earth. I can see that. So that's why I wrote them and asked them to come here to tiny town.
I mean, it was Jim Henson, I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, maybe it wasn't Jim Henson. That would explain why the puppets are so weird. Man, Jim Henson dominated the flippin' puppet shows back in the day. Fraggle Rock, The Muppet Show, Sesame Street, Banana Splits. Holy frick, that was a weird show. Na 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 na. There was actually a movie made about this recently. A movie made where these guys were like killers or something. Did that ever come out? Like, it was like an independent movie where these are like, they turn into killers or something. Oh, it was straight to DVD. Yeah, I mean, it was in an independent film, I think. Yeah, this is so 70s, it hurts. It's so weird because, I mean, for you guys growing up, you probably saw a lot of whatever year you were born, like previous decade stuff that you attribute to nostalgia. For me, I was born in the 80s, so I attribute a lot of weird 70s stuff to nostalgia. It's so weird because you get that weird feel for 70s, even though you were never even born in that generation. Like, I was born in the 80s, but, like, there's a lot of 70s stuff that's just, like, oddly nostalgic. Because, I mean, it's the 80s, so they're still clearly going to be showing a lot of 70s stuff on cable and TV. So it's kind of like a spillover. I was born in 84, do the math. 35. 32? I wish. Yeah, so this stuff was kind of like, oh, this is like old stuff. Like, that's what I'd think. But then the 80s were like... 80s were insane for kids, man. 80s was the kids' generation. Freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, they freaking just dominated the world. All that freaking G.I. Joes, just all that 80s stuff just freaking took over the world. Like, Ninja Turtles was as popular as Pokemon was at its hypest moment. Like, it was... The Ninja Turtles was insane. Insane. I remember my parents, or my mom and aunts being like, oh, there's a Ninja Turtles at the grocery store at Smith's. They rushed us over to the Smith's because there was a guy dressed up as Ninja Turtle at the store. Like, Ninja Turtles was freaking insane. Had so many toys, commercials, kids commercials just dominated television. Like that, there's a reason why there's like 80s commercials. Like, it's just endless, nostalgic. There's so many memorable ones too. Crossfire. You're thinking of Small Soldiers, Kibble Knight? That movie's great. Small Soldiers. Is that what it's called? I love that movie. Simpsons wasn't big in the 80s. Maybe late 80s. Simpsons started to become big. I'd say way early 90s. Maybe like 89-ish 90s when The Simpsons started to get buzz. Because The Simpsons started out on a talk show. It wasn't even a series. And then like the first few seasons of... Well, the first season of The Simpsons was weird. If you've watched the first season of The Simpsons, it's nothing like Simpsons. It's like... very odd. I actually watched the first season of Simpsons a few months ago. I like it. I do like that season, but it's kind of... It's crazy, though. Season 2 hits, and they're like, bam, they're into it. Like, this is The Simpsons. But yeah, Bart became this stupid, flippin', just huge deal. Bart Simpson was like the coolest dude ever. Freaking doing like cameos with Michael Jackson and crap. Yeah, Bob Saget, America's Funniest. That was my jam. And then right after America's Funniest Home Videos, Rescue 911 would come on, and that music scared me so bad. So it was always a Sunday night. AFV, America's Funniest Home Videos with Bob Saget. We'd all gather around to watch it. We loved it. And then right after that was Rescue 911. And gosh dang it, this music scared me.
The events as
like they're playing like actual audio calls from 911 calls. I got to a point where I'd watch Cops every Saturday. It's when they'd air Cops. I love Cops. I would watch it every Saturday. Cops was like the first freaking reality TV show. Where's this live PD thing? Is it on cable? I don't have cable. There needs to be like a live streaming service where you can watch like cop stuff. That'd be terrifying though. Uncensored. Anything could happen. What was it? There was a point in my life where I got really into reality TV. You guys remember The Real World on MTV? Are you guys young enough to remember, or old enough to remember that? The Real World on MTV. There were a few seasons where I got so into those. I got so into those shows. Oh, Room Raiders. Remember Room Raiders? Guys, there was a point in my life where I was just MTV all day, every day. It had so many good stuff. Room Raiders, Pimp My Ride. Just, freaking MTV was the freaking bomb at one point in life. I actually remember playing the first, what's that game called? Oh, right. I'd like have MTV on and I'd be playing games. Room Raiders was a show where...
Welcome to Room Raiders Gone Wild, Beauty and the Geeks. On today's episode, watch one sexy single give 3 unique guys the surprise of their life.
Like, they'd have to judge a person by their bedrooms. Like, it's like, who do you want to date? And it's like, you'd go through their bedroom and it'd be like, ooh, I like this. I'm going to date her. There were so many dumb shows like this on MTV. Well, I'm sure all this crap was scripted. Cow Killer. All this crap's scripted. They're not actual reality TV. Oh, yeah, and then there's that one I'd watch. Oh, my gosh, it was so bad. Bus dating show. It autofilled. What was it called? Next. It was called Next. The show was so bad. Oh, it was like one dude and then a bus full of girls. Or the opposite. Girl bus full of boys. One or the other. Someone would get off. They'd spend like a few minutes together and he'd be like, next. And they'd have to leave. And then the next one would come, next. And then he'd do that until one of the girls he liked, he'd stay and then they'd date. MTV Cribs was great too. There was a time on MTV where they played music videos, shockingly, and there was an amazing show called Pop-Up Video. It would be music videos, and then it would sit and do facts about the video. And it was so interesting and cool. Like, I'll just give you an example. I'm going to mute the video, because I'll get muted. But yeah. These were so fun to watch. It had, like it was almost like director commentary, pretty much. It would just say facts about it. Like some music videos was like, this guy was stoned during the whole movie. That's why, or during the whole music video. That's why he's wearing sunglasses, so you didn't see that he was stoned. It's just like weird facts like that. America's Most Wanted. Heck yeah, I watched that. America's Most Wanted. Unsolved Mysteries. My favorite episode of The Cribs was the Gorillas one. Like, they go through the Gorillas plays. It was so freaking great. I loved that episode. This was all early 2000s, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it 90s? I think, what is this era of MTV? I think it might have been early 2000s, not late 90s.
Welcome to my crib.
Pop-Up Video was 90s for sure.
Come on in. Let me show you round. Right, okay. This is Kong's.
My favorite part is where he's peeing.
HQ.
And he's just not stopping.
World's biggest band.
And then he's like freaking banking his pee off the wall to go into the toilet. Well, I'm muted.
Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.
So,
Man, that friggin' Gorillaz album was just
I'll take you round.
transformative for my life. That first album was just of everything.
Okay, this is a treat now, folks. Right, I'm going to show you where Gorillas make multi-million selling albums. Don't touch anything. Don't touch what you can't afford. Watch the cloth moth. This is where like the magic happens. You know. That is Russell. He's our drummer. Best drummer in Gorillas. Actually, I think I might be better.
Gosh, I actually want to listen to that album now. That Gorillaz album, that first album was just everything to me at the time. Gosh, it was good. The second album was really good too. Demon Days? Is that what it was? Demon Days? Where's he peeing? It's funny.
Yeah, you were great in the Mexican, and it wasn't until like 2 days later when I realized Cameron Diaz wasn't in the Mexican. I'll tell you what, in episodes of NTV Cribs, and every house is the same. What's all that about?
I think Demon Days was the second album. Non-remixed. Because they do like a remix album after each album. I actually really want to listen to freaking Gorillaz right now. Holy crap. Gonna sit down and just freaking... I'll listen to that before I go to bed, man. Just listen to the first and second album. Gosh, those are good albums. I wasn't really a music person at the time. But man, I became a music person through video game music. It took a while for me. Usually people get into music at teen ages. I mean, I was a teenager, but it took a while for me. I was like 16 or 17 or even 18 before like I was into music. Like I started to get into video game remixes on OC Remix. And then finally I'm like just started to finally like, hey, I like music. And then like it wasn't real. I didn't really get into like bands or anything, just like video game music. But then freaking Gorillaz. Actually, I think the first thing I got into was Rammstein. I think it was their first album. That Rammstein album was something special to me. That's where I was like, I can like artists. I can get into artists' music now. This is crazy. Yes. Is that what it was called? Was it really called You Hate Me? Whatever that one Rammstein is where they whistle in that album, that was like my everything. I don't know why. That music just... I made a Dragon Ball Z music video to this track. What is that music called? The one where they whistle? I bit my tongue so it's hard to whistle. But it's like... What's it called where they whistle? Angel. That is what it is, right? That is it. This was my freaking music, guys. This is what made me like music outside of video games. This right here. Time to get muted again. No, I'm not gonna play it. Just listen to Angel, man. Gosh, I would crank this as loud as my stereo would go and just freaking teen angst out. Then Gorillaz. Yeah, I did like Weezer. Weezer was really good too. My first album. I say first album, but I don't know if that's what their first album was. My voice is like going away, like my throat hurts from talking so much. I need to practice talking more. Especially if I want that job that I want to get. Because it's just talking and talking. Like, what if you lose your voice? I wouldn't be able to do that job. The job I'm getting, the part-time job. I've said it many times. You transcribe what... It's phone calls. You don't have to interact with the people. You're just listening. They call one person, and it's for hearing impaired people. So, the hearing impaired have a phone with a display on it. And I listen to what the person's saying, and I repeat it in a voice program specifically designed to recognize my voice. So there's no mistakes. So it's like, hi, how are you today? Yeah, I was over at the mall today, and it shows it on that person's screen, the words that I'm saying. So the hard of hearing can actually read what the subtitling calls. So I hear only the one person. I don't hear the other line. And I'm just repeating what they say. And it transcribes it for that person. Easiest job on the planet, man. But my voice is seriously shot. Listen to me. This is crazy. No, can you Google it? All caps? I just can't Google it. Sorry. Man, I freaking talked a lot tonight, didn't I? Oh, no, my voice. Hey, the monkeys, remember that? Hey, we're the monkeys. Here we come. That's gonna meet my video too, isn't it? Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to call it a night, I think. My throat actually hurts. Am I getting sick? Crap. Feels like I'm getting sick. I'm getting corona. It's not fun to joke about. That corona crap's scary. They're shutting down freaking borders. Like, all of China's just, like, completely shut the frick down. Honestly, though, the survival rate of it's pretty high. I think there's, like, 70-some cases, and like 2,000 have died, and like 20-some thousand recovered just fine. So it's not like it's gonna kill us off, but it's still scary. Yeah, that government's trash. They don't know how to... It's amazing China's lasting as long as it is with that horrible government. They don't frickin'... I don't even get it. Like, there is a reason why China was rioting like crazy before this virus hit, because they're sick of it too. Now it's cold in here because my frickin' window's open. Yep, banned in China. Well, I mean, I played the frickin' game they banned in China, so I am banned now. I played... What the frick was that game called? That game that is dead because China's... sucks. What was that game called? It was that horror game? About you in the apartment and the daughter and crap? It's in my freaking library. I don't remember what it's called. I wonder if it still is in my library, because this game's just banned. You can't get it anywhere. China banned game. It better still be in my library. China banned game Winnie the Pooh. Devotion. Yeah, I still have it in my library. It's a pretty alright horror game. No, Detention's the other game they made. This is the same developers that made Detention, but this was their new game, Devotion. That would suck, though. They make a brand new game, they drop it, and it's immediately just doesn't exist anymore. The only way to get this game is to pirate it. You can't buy it. You can't buy it through any means. I got it gifted to me before it freaking got banned, so it's in my library. Maybe I even bought it. I don't remember. I got 6 out of the 9 achievements. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Yeah. Oh, I feel like I've been beat up. Ugh. Dang, my throat. Man, I'm tempted to buy that display case right now, but that'd be dumb. Wait until I'm moved in and settled, and then I'll look into it. I just gotta remember what it's called. DTOLF display case. I'll make a note of it. Oh yeah, I heard about that. They're keeping a copy for preservation purposes. So Harvard can play it, I guess. Cool. Speaking of preservations, I should jump into that freaking Flash emulator I have. So, you know, there's like freaking 10,000 Flash games I could still play. Maybe I'll one day find that one Flash game that I freaking loved so much, and I'll just never remember what it's called. Man, I wonder what that game was called. Wish I'd remembered, because I loved it. Did that sell yet? Shaved? He turned down 1.2 million? Are you freaking serious? What does he want to sell it for? What does he want to sell it for? What's his freaking price? That's stupid. I would sell anything for $1.2 million. How greedy do you have to be to turn down a $1.3 million offer for a frickin' hunk of plastic? It's only at $300,000. The Nintendo PlayStation. PlayStation was going to make a frickin' attachment for Nintendo. That's how the PlayStation was made. PlayStation, Sony was going to make a disc add-on for the next Nintendo system. Things fell through, didn't happen. Sony went on to make the PlayStation. They actually made a prototype of the Nintendo product that they were making. There was an actual product of Sony's disc system with the Nintendo system. It's a Sony Nintendo. Nintendo PlayStation. One thing, it was found somewhat recently, this prototype. And this dude's trying to sell it for a lot of money. There's a YouTube video of it. It plays actual games, too. It's freaking crazy. Insane that it existed. Like, no one even knew it existed, right? People thought it was just in plans. No one thought it was actually physically developed, like, manufactured. It was just like, yeah, everyone knew Sony was gonna make Nintendo's disc system for them. Something happened, disagreements, whatever. So Sony's like, all right, we'll make our own. PlayStation happened. That's how the PlayStation was made, because of that deal falling through. No one knew that an actual freaking prototype was manufactured. Yeah, that was found in some dude's attic. I don't remember how the flipping crap that ended up happening. IY, I'm a cookie. Thanks for the 17 months. Bro, thanks so much for the support. Appreciate that. It's crazy how I love those kind of stories where something's found in an attic. It's like, I didn't even know that existed. Or like, that's worth a lot of money. I love those type of stories. Freaking love them. It's like, hey, I found this prototype Sonic 2. Like, that happened. Someone found a prototype Sonic 2 cartridge. Yeah, you're going to get an echo for those because I had my speakers on. Yeah. I am in the attic. There's nothing here, trust me. It's just me. It's just me. La na 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 na. Man, those display cases are so good. I have half of mine to get multiple ones. Screw that freaking bookshelf I bought for $10. Just line the wall up with those suckers. I'll have to dust my crap again. One banana, two banana, three banana, four. Man, you know what I'd do with $1 million? I would just buy a house. I'd buy a nice house, and then I'd just conserve the rest of my money for bills for the rest of my life, and then you have it made. Buy a freaking like $300,000-$400,000 house, then the rest of the money just living expenses, and you're good to go. I was moving out, haven't done it yet. Happening next month. Hopefully before the 15th. Pay your taxes. Shut up, VHS. Why the frick would you say that? I just freaking... Today I calculated my earnings last year, too. I can't believe you said that. I thought I didn't make enough money last year to pay taxes, so I'm like, I'm good. And I don't even have to bother with taxes. I made nothing last year. Freaking counted up all my earnings last year. No, I made enough that I have to file taxes. Oh, God. I made $2,000 more than what you're supposed, the minimum that you have to make to file taxes. Oh, gosh. But I am thinking, listen, Chet, you're not experts. If your business expenses, like your tax write-off stuff or whatever the crap that is, if that goes below the minimum of the required amount that you're supposed to file, do I have to file? Because I might have spent at least a few thousand in business expenses, you know? Because content creators, they can mark down all of their freaking gear as business expenses. So games, computer parts, all that crap can be marked as a business expense. So if that's over 2,000, then I did not meet the requirement to file taxes, right? Is that how it works? I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know anything about that crap. Because I bought quite a few freaking things that I needed, honestly. New hard drive. What else? A new graphics card, all that kind of crap and that counts as business expenses for Twitch streamers. So I don't know how the rules work. I honestly don't. I need to calculate all my expenses last year that count as business expenses. You know what's stupid? Grocery stuff should not count towards taxes. You know? Like, you have to get that to live. That should be a write-off. Freaking food? Groceries should be tax write-offs. Because it's required to live. So, taxes is weird to me. I don't know. It's bizarre that it's. You know where most of that money goes? I don't want to get political. Oh my gosh. But all of it goes towards military spending. That's where it all goes. It all goes towards military spending. You freaking read up on how much the government spends on military crap a year. It's ridiculous. It's billions and billions and billions of dollars. And it's like, well, that's where all our tax money is going, I guess. Make more guns and tanks, I guess. America. Resident Evil 3 Remake is definitely a day one buy for me. Actually, I got it gifted to me on Steam, but I would have bought it if someone hadn't gifted it to me. Because I love, Resident Evil 2 Remake was amazing, and they have my vote. I have confidence in them, and I know their capabilities. Capcom's been killing it, so I know the game's going to be good. So it's an instant buy for me. Schools, too? I don't know about that. Maybe a little bit. Let's not get into it, though. There's a reason teachers go on strike a lot. They don't get paid much. Yeah, it's probably trillion, yeah. It's stupid, right? That money could be just... again, it's not even a political thing. $2 trillion? That could be used to do so much in the U.S. You could freaking literally... You could literally feed the homeless. All the homeless. All the homeless with $2 trillion? You could feed all the homeless people with that. But, I don't know. Buy more, just make more guns instead. Trillion! That's beyond comprehension in my mind. $1 trillion? Billion is insane enough. Trillion? $1 trillion, chat. That's insane. Let's get trillion into context. Trillion is 100 billion. Right? Hundreds of... I can't even comprehend that. That... $1 million is a lot of money to me. It's insane. It's more than Monster Hunter, Draco. Freaking... Let's think about all the killer things that Capcom's been doing. Well, first Resident Evil 2 Remake, Devil May Cry 5, Monster Hunter World. There's something else I'm missing. I know there is, but freaking Capcom's just been hit after hit after hit after hit. They have my they have my trust. I trust Capcom right now, and I have no doubt that freaking Resident Evil 3 remake will be great. Mega Man 11 was really good too, yeah. Mega Man 11 did do quite well. Yeah, I hope that multiplayer is fun. I don't think I'll get too into it. I don't think I'll get too into the multiplayer, but I hope it's fun. How many Mega Man games are there? Mainline? 11. There you go. Non-mainline Mega Man games? Probably like 80. Seriously, there's probably like 50 to 80 Mega Man games. Oh, 130. There's 130 Mega Man games. I was way off. Mega Man's a pretty big franchise, man. I mean, you got the Mega Man Game Boy, you got Mega Man ZX, you got Mega Man Zero, you got Mega Man Soccer, like the Mega Man arcade games. It's endless. There's a lot of Mega Man games. I wonder how many friggin' Mario titles there are. But would they count all the, like, parties and stuff? That's not giving me a flat answer. Welp. Oh well. Sad day. Which Mega Man had a soccer ball attack? Probably Mega Man Soccer. Probably. Mega Man Soccer on the Super Nintendo. Yes, that is a thing. Probably released before you were even born. I've played it. It's pretty alright, actually. Mega Man Soccer is pretty alright. Yeah, Mario Strikers is actually a really good game. Mario Strikers. Mario Strikers has the weirdest... Waluigi literally does the suck it. Like, suck my D. Gesture in it. Mario Strikers, Waluigi. Waluigi. Oh my gosh, that's a really bad quality video. Oh, whoops. Shut the f- Yeah, watch. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this victory thing that Waluigi does. It's literally suck it. Oh my gosh, look at these freaking thumbnails. These are the kind of thumbnails I immediately just like, nope. Nope. Super Mario Strikers was actually pretty fun, though. There's a Mario frickin' Mario basketball game too. My brother would buy literally every game back in the day. He would buy every game that came out. Like, freaking every freaking game that would come out on the GameCube, he'd buy it. He bought a gosh dang Harry Potter... It was just a Harry Potter... What is the game called? Quidditch. It was a Quidditch game. And he played the crap out of every game, too. He'd play them all. There's a Harry Potter Quidditch game, and he played the crap out of it. He played the Mario Strikers, the Mario basketball games. He played them all, and he just... That's all he did, all day, every day. And then he got a full-time job, and now he doesn't play games ever again. That's why I don't want a full-time job, man. I just want to play video games still. I just want to play video games. Hungry. Maybe because I ate like nothing for dinner. Like 2 slices of ham. And I mean thin sliced ham too, like not thick. I had a boiled egg with it. Oh yeah, that DDR Mario game. I did he get that game? I don't think he got that game. I think that was like his limit, like a dancing game. I don't think he got that DDR Mario. Maybe he might have, though. I'm not even joking. He might have got that game. Like, name a GameCube game, he got it. Donkey Konga. What was that one game? That pinball game. I remember that pinball game for the GameCube. Gosh, what was it? Odama. It was Odama. That game was so freaking weird, man. It was like a strategy war game, but it was a pinball game. It was like a strategy war game, and then the gameplay was like pinball. What a weird game. I liked Mario Kart Double Dash. It's not a very well received Mario Kart. I really liked that one. Dang, I'm getting a headache. Maybe I'm getting a cold or something. I feel like I'm getting sick. You know, I need to redeem myself and play Eternal Darkness. I need to play through Eternal Darkness. That is one of my gaming shames, is not playing through Eternal Darkness. I have a few gaming shames. Finally redeemed myself by playing through Metroid Prime 1 and 2 last year, 2 years ago, something like that. I did a lot of redeeming a few years ago, didn't I? My gosh. Now that I think, I played through my Metroid Prime 1 and 2. I played the original Deus Ex, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. And I loved every one of them. They all held up, man. Super old games, still amazing. Deus Ex and Baldur's Gate. Gosh, those are good games. Jeez. Played Fallout 1 and 2 recently, too. Yes, they are making Baldur's Gate 3. It's not the same people, but it's the same people that did Divinity Original Sin 2, which is considered one of the best freaking RPGs ever made. So I'm looking forward to it. I love Divinity Original Sin 2. And it's a freaking single-player game, and they're releasing it as early access this year. It pisses me off. I'm not touching it until it's a final release, though. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 coming out as an early access game really, really annoys me. Oh my lord, chat. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay. Hey, thanks for tuning in tonight. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It was literally hanging out tonight. I haven't done a straight hangout stream in forever. I don't drink coffee. I'm a Cookie. Thank you again for the resub, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for those follows. You guys have a good night. Hope your Tuesday goes well. I shall see you tomorrow. And we'll hang out some more and play some games. Or do whatever. Alright, good night. Have a good one.